What is up, Booksies? It's Jenny here, and every Saturday I sit down on my donkey, drink a cup of coffee, talk about a book, and do my makeup. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here. It is not Saturday. It's the Sunday right after I uploaded the previous video. Why? Because tomorrow our president has decided to talk to the country, and I'm stressed out because I do not want another lockdown. I want to be able to smoke. I don't give a damn about the alcohol. I just want to smoke. It's like my one thing. Just don't take my cigarettes away from me. Please, Ramaphosa, we are begging you. Anyway, I left you guys with a little bit of a cliffhanger last week. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, today we shall be discussing Book 3 in the Soul Seeker series by Alyson Noel, who's awesome. Mystic. Dum dum dum. Anyways, if I do cough, I have phlegm for days. Smoker. I don't have coronavirus. I'm just a smoker, which means I'll be taking a lot of sips of my coffee during this video. And hopefully you guys noticed, I'm all lit up. I did it. I finally got a light. It was on special, so I decided, what the hell? Jen, you gonna take that light, bitch. Let's just take all the cat ears this way. And put it on. This way. There we go. Now the hair is mostly out of the face, mostly. This was a pimple, and now it's making me relax. So today we'll be discussing Mystic. The end of the previous video, I told you guys Dare kind of died, and Day stabbed himself in order to kill Cade. Okay, so here's what happened that I didn't say then, because I wanted to be a little bit of a bitch and leave you guys wondering what's gonna happen. But now at least you guys are going to find out. Because I'm here to tell you. Let me just cover up these zits. I hate them. So, at the last minute, there was rescued by a glowing man with platinum blonde hair and lavender eyes, and taken into the upper world. Remember, I told you guys there are 3 worlds. Upper world, middle world, lower world, and we inhabit the middle one. Close up the book. Go away. Be gone. Yeah. I'm scared of this light. It shows everything. So, this person, this glowing person that rescued her, his name is Axel, and he is what is called a mystic. Now, as he rescued Dare, Coyote saved Cade, which in turn saved Dace, because the twins are connected like that. But then Cade gave Coyote the command to go drop Dace, who doesn't have a soul now. Yeah, his soul disappeared when he died in the lowest, darkest recesses of the middle world. Basically hell, because Kay doesn't have full access to the lower world, so he just uses the middle world for everything. Now Dace is stuck in this black hole while Dare is in the upper world. Their friends are going crazy because they don't know where the fuck they are. Yeah, I decided to swear. Why? Because I don't have enough subscribers to even get monetization, so why should it bother me? I like cussing, and until I can make money out of this, I'm gonna cuss. Like, children don't watch my videos, I hope. Otherwise, their parents would be very disturbed. So she decides it's time to tell Lita just a little bit more about what's going on in Enchantment. Meanwhile, Dare is second questioning Axel, because he healed her, he saved her, but he doesn't want to let her out of this room that he's keeping her in. What's up with that? Like, I don't know, Dare. When she plans her escape, she finds this weird dress in one of the cupboards. That is, by the way, the only piece of clothing in that room, except for the robe she was wearing, that looks like a wedding gown. So, it's like, oh no. Is this dude in love with me? Does he think he saved my life? Now he can keep me here forever? Which I don't think that was his idea, but that's what she seemed to think. She ends up hitting him over the head with a chair to make her escape back to the middle world. On her mad dash to get the hell out of there, she runs into another mystic that's trying to stop her, and this mystic says, but you shouldn't even be here in the first place. So that's why he didn't let her out of the room, just by the way. It's because he had to technically keep her hidden from all the other mystics. So she isn't supposed to be there. She's supposed to be alive and well back in the middle world. So she acts like she's going to listen to this mystic. You know, she plays weak. Okay, cool, no, I'll go with you. We'll get all this straightened out and sorted out and what the fuck ever. Last minute, she just bolts for this weird spider-like mesh thing, which she falls through, plummeting to the earth. This girl's got guts. Like, I would want to get out of there, but I don't think I would have gone that far. Like, I'd be scared shitless. But she jumps, and then that's the end of that chapter. We end up back at Paloma's adobe, where Sochi took Lita to learn a little bit more about the history of enchantment, the true history. I'm sorry if the placement isn't good with the light. I'm still sorting it out, figuring it all out. I got this like 2 days ago. So, yeah. Paloma and Sochi are telling Lita about the prophecy, the book, how Kate actually stole her soul, and that's why when she got it back, she dumped him because she knew he was bad news, because he's a coyote and a son of a bitch. I'm not gonna lie, his mom is a bit of a bitch, the one that keeps sheltering Dace from like fucking everything. Mothers need to know there's a time to let your son go out and do what he has to do. Well, in my opinion, anyways. So, while they're talking, Sochi feels a certain energy pop up at the gate. And she's just like frantic, like, go open the gate, guys, Dare's home. Since Dare died, it hasn't stopped snowing. So it is cold as hell. Well, that doesn't make sense, but anyways, it's super cold right now where they are in enchantment. It won't stop snowing. Dare gets back, they tell her everything. She loses her shit, obviously, when she finds out Dace is missing. They don't know where he is. They haven't seen him. So Dare wants to get up right then and there and go look for her boyfriend because she loves him. That's what she wants to do. She doesn't know that he doesn't have a soul right now or anything. She just knows that she loves him and she wants to help him. She wants to save him. But Paloma makes her sit down. She gives her poultice for the wound because Dare skipped out on Axel before he could fully heal her. Which, I'm sorry, but I would have done the same. I don't know who this dude is. I don't know what he wants from me. I would have bolted too. Maybe I should stop smoking. I'll get to it. New Year's resolutions. So, when she's all healed up, they decide, okay, cool, we are going to start the search in the lower world, where all this happens, because Sochi can feel energy. So, this is Lita's first time I think Sochi's as well, going to the lower world.
Why?
And they go there to kind of get like an imprint on the events that happened, hoping to glean some information about where Dace is. And lucky for them, they found the Athame that Dare tried to kill Cade with, but then Cade killed Dare with it. Then Dace stabbed himself with it in order to kill Cade. The fuck? Okay, so they found that thing. They found the Athame, and Sochi gets a reading on it. She sees that Coyote saved Cade, and then Cade told him to dump Dace in the deepest recesses of the middle world. Okay, cool. So, they know he's in the middle world somewhere. And luckily for them, they also know where a vortex to the middle world is, at the rabbit hole. So that's their next destination. But unfortunately, Dare tells Sochi and Nita, okay, no. You guys have to stay here. You have to keep an eye on everything, because I cannot risk you guys coming with me at the moment, because it's too dangerous. So they're supposed to keep lookouts, mingle, find out what's going on. But you see, Sochi has this feeling. Remember Fire, the new girl that I don't like from the previous book? So Sochi has this feeling that her and her doomsayer father, yeah, he's one of those, like, the end times are here, people. All the sinners will die. Really? Okay, cool. That's his problem there. I don't even want to get into that mess. Okay, so she convinces Lita to go to this guy's church. Yeah, he's a preacher. I know. Big shocker. Yeah, he's a preacher. He handles rattlesnakes to prove to people that because he is so sanctified with the Lord's power, that these snakes won't dare touch him. And if they do, it's just to taste his faith. Okay. If you say so. It's your life, dude. You do you, boo. They find out that he really is as crazy as he seems, but they don't see his daughter. Where's his daughter? The rabbit hole, trying to hook up with Cade. Maybe she has a twin fetish. I don't know. I think he actually asks her that. While Dare is doing her snooping in the lower world, Cade actually tries to talk to Lita, and he gives her one of those stones that his undead minions and his thousands of captives are farming down in the mines. Fun. And so she's like, no, this thing has really bad, weird energy, but we'll give it to Dare, to give it to Paloma. Maybe she'll know what to do with it. Maybe. We never know. Okay, cool. So while Dare is in the lower world, she actually does run into Cade, who is mighty disappointed that she's not dead. Like, dude, what were you expecting? That she was just gonna, like, roll over and stay dead? She's the Seeker. She's not supposed to just die. They have a huge fight, chase each other until Dare runs into Axel. She lost Cade, don't worry. Oh. Love Marilyn. Well, Cade runs into Axel.
Yeah.
Finds out Axel is actually Dace's spirit guide. Not hers, and that's why he saved her. He tells her, in order to save Dace, he saved her. Because ultimately, she's going to save Dace. This is the third book, guys. It starts to get confusing in this one. My husband refuses to read this series because of this fact. If my ear is red, I'm sorry. It's a new piercing, and it's kind of itchy, and I'm trying not to play with it. Hang on. Back on track, Jen. Back on track. So She finds that out from Axel, and then he also says, by the way, Dace is in that cave. Go get him. But Dace has been wanting to die since he ended up in said cave. So he thinks when he hears Dare's voice and sees her that it's all just an hallucination. Sorry guys, I am a little bit tired. It's been a long day. Yeah, I know I look weird right now, but it'll make sense soon. So, he's basically forced out. Remember guys, he's weak, he doesn't have a soul, a body can't really live without a soul. So Axel helps Dare carry Dace back to the middle world where they actually mention that they're supposed to be.
Did both of them get the castle?
And they take him to Paloma's, where she helps heal him along with his mother and Leftfoot and Che. And after they leave, they're like, no, you have been through an ordeal, Dace. You need to rest. You need to go rest now. You'll get your soul back later. Okay, cool, Mom. I'm gonna get into bed now. It's like I'm gonna sneak off and meet Dare at all. Yeah, by the way, that does happen. They both sneak out of their houses and meet up. So while Dare is helping Paloma just clean up the little operating room that she has in her house, she gives her the tourmaline, the stone. And Paloma's like, yeah, this does have some creepy, spooky, scary vibes to it. I'll check it out and I'll let you know. But you've worked hard, Nieta. Remember, Nieta, Spanish for granddaughter, and Abuela is Spanish for grandmother. She's like, okay, Abuela, I will go to bed now. I'm asleep. The second she can, dude, she's out of there. She meets Dace by the juniper trees. Remember, that's one of the vortexes to the lower world. And they go and visit Mr. Suriel Youngblood. This is Fire's father, by the way. Just to see if maybe he's up to anything that he shouldn't be. Gosh darn it if they weren't right. When Fire, I almost said Farah. That's just because I really want to read Akatar again. Maybe I should discuss them next. It's another excuse to read them. So, Dare decides to soul merge with another raven. I'm dying. Coffee is life. So she soul merges with the raven and follows Fire. Fire is going to Cade's house. Because all Fire wants to do is hook up with Cade. Like, kiss me. Do it now, I'm desperate. And he almost does, but the raven swoops in and stops it. And Cade drives off because he's like, looks like the raven doesn't approve of this love. See you later, Fire. So he leaves. Fire goes back to her body, but before she does, Dace was chased away from Suriel's trailer by a freaking demon that this dude just held hostage. Because not only is he a preacher, guys, he believes he's a demon hunter. He found Dace while Dace was stuck in the middle world and wanted to stake him like a vampire. He only stopped because Dace didn't have a soul, and he said, you need the soul. You're no good to me without it. So I'll just have to kill your brother. You can try. I think Cade's a lot smarter than that, but okay. You guys do what you gotta do. We understand. Cool. So, Dare wakes up. Dace explains, now we were just chased by a freaking demon, but we're good now, don't worry.
No, I tried.
Let's just go see where Farah went. Follow Farah's tracks. Guess where she is? The juniper trees that go to the freaking lower world. This is New Year's Eve, by the way, just so that everybody knows. And they go down into the lower world, which is also full with snow, just by the by. I think I mentioned that, but I'm not sure. Oh, and so she can see since she went to the lower world. Shadows, so her blindness is kind of going away, but not completely. They follow Fire's tracks, and she's standing by this immaculate freaking ice sculpture, which is a sculpture inside a sculpture inside another sculpture, and the one in the middle has Dace's soul in it. So Fire has his soul. And then she set up this damn contraption that if the snow melts, a dagger will like fall and stab his soul, and then he'll die. Remember, guys, she claims to love him, but she's killing him for her father, who has convinced her that it's her destiny to kill Dace Whitefeather or Cade Richer. Because we don't really know which one she's really after. And Dace like tries to talk her down because she's standing there with freaking torches ready to set everything on fire, which she does, and make the ice melt, which it does. But the fire's also making the snow thaw out all around them. So that's a good thing, because then the animals, the spirit animals, can come out of hibernation. We haven't seen Raven or Horse in a very long time because they've been sleeping. Because it's cold. They want to sleep. Like we do when we're cold. And she just goes on this story about how it's for the greater good. He needs to understand this. He needs to accept it and move on. Move on, bitch. You're gonna kill me. You saying you love me, but you're gonna kill me. How the hell am I supposed to just move on? What the fuck? So, the problem is he's losing his energy because the only reason he's like up and walking around is because of the energy infusion Paloma gave him right before she did a lineage transfer with Dare. In other words, instead of just teaching her manually all the tricks and trades of previous seekers, she like spirit Bluetooth it to her telekinesis style. Okay, cool, so they did that. And when Dace falls unconscious, Dare is there to take out Fire. Problem is, they struggle for the soul. Dare ultimately freaking tackles Fire. Fire lets go of the soul. And then Raven catches it, gives it to Horse. And Horse takes it back to Dace. But when Dare looks back, Fire's gone. Good news, Dace has his soul back. Bad news, we have no fucking clue where Fire went. Until they head back to Dace's house, talk to Chippy and Che and Leftfoot. Paloma isn't there because Paloma isn't feeling well, which never happens. She's always healthy, so a bit concerning there. Anyways, in her speech with Dare, Fire, I really need to read that series, I'm so sorry. Fire did give Dare some hints about stuff, like her her name is Fire Oleander Younger. Oleander, and she only got the name when she was 16. So basically, they find out that this damn bitch, which I did not like from the beginning, even though here and there I did feel sorry for her because her father's fucking crazy. She's a freaking poison woman. You guys know what that is? I bet you don't know. I'll tell you guys what it is. A poison woman is a woman chosen from infancy. And they give this poor child poison, like oleander, rattler venom, since she's a baby, and this corrupts her DNA so much that even just kissing her could prove to be fatal. One kiss from that bitch, you be dead, yo. So, that ain't good, especially since she is at the rabbit hole, and she is going to try to kiss Cade at midnight Remember, it's New Year's Eve. Everyone wants to be kissed at midnight. And she's gonna be sure as hell she's the one he kisses. They get there where Lita and Sochi was holding up surveillance, you know, keeping them in the loop. And if I pull faces, it's because my husband's pulling faces. Not even that he watches my channel, but it's fine. It's fine. I understand. I'm a very understanding wife. So they kept surveillance, nothing weird. They haven't seen Cade, they haven't seen Fire. And everyone's wearing masks. So it's going to be double difficult to find these people because the place is also packed. It's New Year's Eve. People want to party. People want to drink. It's New Year's. That's what people do. So how the hell are they going to find them? Well, okay, so I'm not going to give away as many spoilers as in my last videos. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. But you just get so invested and the story's so good. No. They get information about where Cade and Fire are. But when Dare wants to tell Dace, Dace is nowhere to be found. Where Dace go? He's probably just looking for Cade and Fire. He's peachy. He wouldn't put himself in danger, would he? So Dare goes outside where Cade and Fire are. He's just about to kiss Fire when she takes him by the jacket, rips him back and says, "You're a fucking idiot, don't kiss that bitch." And then she tells him why, and he's just like, I knew all the time. I smelled her poison breath the day she came back to enchantment. I told you, Coyote has heightened senses. Yeah, okay, cool. And why are you out here trying to kiss her? I'm not trying to kiss her, I'm gonna kill her. And then he starts choking the poor woman. Like, she deserves mental health, not necessarily to die. And now everyone just heard that my husband's about to go pee, so sorry about that. I can't fix the sound because my laptop's being a bitch. Yeah. He starts choking her, but then there's this weird noise from behind them. And it turns out this weird noise is Cereal. Cereal showed up to the rabbit hole with gas canisters and matches. His plan is literally to blow up this entire place just to kill 2 people. 2. He's gonna blow up the entire club to kill 2 people. Now, I'm not that much into religion, but how fucking crazy religious do you have to be to think that that's a good idea? How? Why? It's stupid. You ain't going to heaven, man. You're going to hell. But yeah, that's his plan. He and Dace. Now we know where Dace is, by the way. Dace is fighting with Cereal. Almost sounds like I'm saying cereal. Maybe that's why I keep saying Sarah. Because of the cereal. Possible. I don't know. It could be. Anyway, so they're struggling. Ultimately, some explosions do happen. At least Dace does have his soul back, and well, we don't know where Fire is. She ran. She's gone. She be gone. Or she stayed gone.
Yeah.
Cade is pissed because his club is blown up. But you know, he's rich. He is a richster. He'll be fine. Sorry, talking like this is never a good idea. There. So he's pissed about that, but luckily no one died. You know, luckily. I wouldn't have minded if some of his damn family died in the fire, but unfortunately they didn't. Sochi and Lita, Alden, they all made it out. By the way, Lita and Axel have this thing for each other. But I almost said it's not a good idea, but then again, it is Lita. No one's ever gonna tell her what to do when it comes to the opposite sex. So, after that, they decide, okay, we did everything we can for now. I think it's time we just regroup at Paloma's house, and everything will be fine, you know? We can think about what to do next tomorrow. Right now, we're all just tired. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix this now. It's not supposed to be that dark. Like my soul. I'm joking. I'm actually a very nice person. I promise. After a few nice words between each other with Dare and Days, they head to Paloma's. But Paloma isn't the one that answers the door. Hi, Mom. It's Jenica. Jenica has decided to come visit. Well, she did warn Dare that she's coming over because she knew that Dare died and then came back. Like, she's one of those moms was like, I was sure you were dead, but I knew deep down, I knew you would come back. Like, which one is it? You knew I was dead or you knew I was alive, bitch? Make up your mind. And I mean, Dare's happy to see her. It's her mother. She's dealing with her mom. Problem is, Jenica doesn't look very happy. And it's not because Dare is still with Days. It's not because she put her life in danger again. By the way, Serial died in the explosion. Just to put that out there, because that was like my favorite part of this book, was when that freaking crazy man croaked. Mom, whoa, Jenica, what's going on? Why are you looking so sad? I mean, I know we didn't kill Cade or figure it out yet, but no reason to be so sad. And Jenica tells Dare that, you remember Che told you that Paloma isn't feeling very well? Yeah, she kind of got worse. Worse? How much worse? Like, Dare is panicking here, like, this is my abuela, what's going on? And Jenica just stays quiet and points Dare to where Paloma's resting in her room, under one of her beautiful quilts that she probably even made herself, because that's just how talented that woman is. You know, she looks all peaceful, tells Dare how proud she is of her, just for everything that she's done. She's learned the ways of the Seeker so quickly. She's been there for her. She's worked so hard to live up to what Django left behind. Remember, guys, Django was her dad. And she couldn't have asked for a nicer, more beautiful, perfect granddaughter. And the more Dare tells her, please rest, you can't leave me. I still have so much to learn. I'm pretty sure you guys can see where this is going, but just in case you can't, Paloma dies. Paloma dies. It turns out Cade gave that tourmaline to Lita, knowing Lita would give it to Dare, knowing Dare would give it to Paloma. And that specific one was basically poisoned. It sucked Paloma's life force right out of her. She never stood a chance against it. So Paloma's dead. Dare knows it's Cade. Like, she knows. She's not an idiot. She knows that Cade Richter is the one that took her abuela from her. And she swears revenge. The only thing is, now she has to convince Jenica and her friends that they have to go bury Paloma right now, because that is the way of the Seekers. Right now, we can't leave her here, we need to go bury her. So they take her to the same cemetery where Dare's dad Django is buried, and they lay Paloma Santos to rest. Now guys, this is the second last book. You guys know what that means. Shit be going down in the next one, in the last one, which is called Horizon, and we will be discussing that one next week. Then it's done. Shit's gonna go down because Dare, she ain't gonna let this slide. She is going to make sure Cade Retro pays for all this. We still don't know where Fire is. Who knows? Maybe she comes back to play a bigger role in the last book. Maybe she just disappeared. That would be nice. I don't like her. But that was Mystic. My favorite and most hated book in this entire series. If my nose looks a bit weird, it's just because I can't see. I'm tired. Really tired. But I'll keep you guys posted on what our lovely president said. I will also see you guys to discuss Horizon, the last book in the series. And then I'll do a poll on my Instagram on which book series to discuss next. Please do not forget to stake that like button, be a pal and subscribe, and hit that bell notification with the silver bullet. I had so much fun talking to you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!